Best scene of Matsqui Massacre. Exterior, Dolly and Porter's house. Tim makes his way along the street to the house. Steps into the front yard with Halloween decorations. Exterior, front yard. Scary music. Tim trips and falls to his knees. Blake's severed head greets him when he steadies himself.
Jesus Christ! That looks like Sheldon's head! What the hell?
He gets to his feet. Surveys the front of the house. Moves to the side to make his way to the rear. Exterior, back porch. Moments later, Tim sneaks up the back steps to the kitchen door. Close on hot tub. June's torso and legs hangs from the closed hot tub lid. Back to scene. Tim flinches at the sight. He goes to the hot tub, lifts the lid, pulls June up to recognize her.
You aren't Dolly. What the hell is going on here?
He lowers her back, goes to the kitchen door, pushes it open with a quiet motion. Interior kitchen. Tim steps inside as not to make a sound. He sees Faith sitting on a stool at the island.
Faith, darling. Ain't you gonna say hi to her?
He touches her. She is cold and limp to his touch. She turns her around to view, close on Faith. Skin burned away to reveal facial bones underneath. Back to scene. Tim gasps at the horrific sight.
Fuck's sake, what is happening?
He covers his face with his hands, sobs, tears stream.
My God, Faith!
Butch appears in the doorway from the hall. He carries a flail. Scary music throughout. Tim and Butch confront each other. Butch strikes out at him with the flail. Whoosh! Tim dodges the spiked ball. Butch pulls it back to hit again. Tim seizes Butch by an arm with one hand, close on Tim. His free hand pulls his sidearm from the holster. Back to scene. Tim struggles with Butch. He aims the gun at Butch. Butch wrestles him into the cupboards. Wham! Tim loses his aim. Gun goes off. Bullet hits the fridge nearby. Interior living room. Close on Dolly's eyes. The loud shot stirs her awake from her unconsciousness. Her eyes fly open, frightened by the loud blast from her kitchen. Interior kitchen. Butch rolls with Tim around the kitchen to stop another shot. Smash. Another shot. Bang. The round enters the wall behind Butch's head. Butch pushes off with the flail. Tim hits the island. Butch raises the flail to strike. Pow! Pow! Tim fires into Butch's chest. Butch falls backwards against the counter. Blood oozes from his wounds in his mouth. He slumps to the floor. Tim fires 2 more rounds to make sure Butch is dead. He staggers from the kitchen. Interior hallway. Tim moves step by cautious step through the hall, past the front door toward the living room. Interior living room. Tim enters the living room, close on Dolly. Fearful, she slumps unconscious in the chair, hands and feet tied. Close on Porter. The Corona bottle hangs from his tongue out of his mouth. His eyes appear rolled back into his head. Back to scene. Tim steps to the bar where he finds Tina stretched out cold to the touch and blood splattered all over her body. He sees 2 headless corpses tied to bar stools beside her. He stands, stunned.
Jesus freaking hell! Who did this?
Footsteps on the basement stairs. Tim rushes to the basement door to stand behind it when it opens. Basement door slams open. Jarrod runs up from the basement into the hallway. Tim jumps out from behind the door to surprise him. Tim swings at Jarrod. Jarrod blocks his punch, slugs him back. Tim staggers backwards, but recovers his feet. He ducks Jarrod's next punch, lands a body blow. Ooh! The 2 exchange punches, crash around the room, break a side table, knock over lamps, and so on.
What the hell were you thinking?
Close on Dolly. Her eyes open as she listens.
None of this would be happening if that balloon explosion I rigged had worked out. My family would be out of the picture and the whole estate would be mine. I'd be out of debt and set for life.
Pow. Sock.
Well, it ain't my fucking fault your damn sister got sick and couldn't get on that ride. You can't blame me for that.
More punches and blows, grunts and groans. Dolly listens intently, trying not to cry or make a noise.
Lord Jesus, my own brother wanted to kill his whole family for money. He must be mentally deranged. What a psychopath.
Back to scene. Jarrod backs off. He bleeds from cuts to the face.
Did I say anything to you idiots about killing all my friends?
He punches Jarrod still more.
You told me and Butch to kill them all. We were just following orders.
When I said kill them all, I meant Dolly and Porter, numbnuts.
Jarrod rushes over to the basement door. Tim follows. Interior hallway. Tim slugs Jarrod so hard his nose gushes blood. Jarrod's strength shows. He wrestles Tim's gun hand to keep him from aiming the gun at him. Interior living room. Dolly comes to. She raises her head. Dolly, point of view. A woozy, foggy image. She can glimpse Tim and Jarrod fighting. Back to scene. She cocks her head to listen. Intercut. Tim and Jarrod punch each other.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you two hired guns are clusterfucks. Don't expect a damn time from me.
Tim's pistol flies out of his hand. Close on gun. The pistol slides along the floor. Back to scene. Tim and Jarrod roll down the stairs to the basement. Close on gun. Tim's cop pistol lies on the floor in darkness. Interior, living room. Lights flicker off and on. Only a dim glow from a few candles and pumpkins on side tables light the room. Dolly struggles against her bonds. Close on wrists. Dolly squeezes her hands out of the curtain cord that binds her. She flinches with pain as the cord cuts her hands. More fighting from below. Back to scene. Finally, her wrists are free. She unties the cord around her ankles. Slowly and quietly, she eases out of the chair. Her heart pounds in her chest. She gulps to make her breathing calm and quiet. Interior, hallway. She slowly creeps across the floor along the hall from the living room toward the basement door. Her right hand bumps against something hard and cold. She fumbles for it, picks it up. She holds the pistol. In the dimness of the hall, she opens the chamber. Close on gun. One bullet remains. Back to scene. She clicks it back together.
Only one.
A moment of fatal anxiety when she realizes she only has one shot.
What the freaking hell am I going to do?
She squats down on the floor opposite the door to the basement. She looks into the darkness as she hears the battle going on below. Interior, basement. In the dim light from a backup in the wine closet, Priscilla's body spread eagles on the wall near the cache of medieval weapons. Close on Priscilla. Her neck wound streams dried blood down her front. Her eyes appear like trophy eyes. Back to scene. Tim and Jarrod flail at each other on the floor.
How am I going to explain all this?